fight thing.
Oh wow, The Simpsons probably did it.
Hey everybody, Gutter Bird here with Gutter Bird's Quarantine Chronicles. 2 times in a row I said the fucking title. Should all be impressed with me. That's a lot of fucking effort.
Is it?
So yeah, I mean it's been 3 days or however many days since we did the last one, and yeah, we're still here. You're still here. We're all still here.
We're all still here for now.
Yeah, well, I know somebody that's not still here, and it's sad. Julie Strange just died.
Was that the '70s show, girl or lady?
No. This is she was in like a lot of Andy Sedaris movies. She was the real tall, like Amazon black haired chick. She was in like the sequel to Heavy Metal and stuff like that. She had like she was young and had like Alzheimer's or something. It was really sad. But yeah, she just died.
Oh,
so she's not still here.
Well, Dr. Dre is for right now. I hope he recovers.
Yeah,
nicely.
For real.
Everything works out for him, because that would really suck if something bad happened to Dre right now.
I'm about to piss people off that have like, a Google Home or something. But hey, Google, turn on the lamp.
Everybody's lamp went on. They're like, no, I was jerking meat.
Because, dude, I hate that shit. Like, whenever there is a video and fucking somebody says that shit, my fucking shit starts doing that. Like, God damn it, I hate when people do that. But, hey, I need to turn my lamp on.
Well, wait till there's Google robots and somebody's like, Google robot, kill him.
Yeah,
and you're like, no, Google robot. He was talking to that guy.
Yeah, true that. If you like that Tom Selleck movie, Runaway. If anybody remembers the Tom Selleck, Gene Simmons movie, Runaway.
You can get away from them.
And I forgot to turn my light on outside, so it's dark. But whatever.
You could get away from the Tom Selleck robot things. Those things were like, eat. It took them an hour to get like an inch across the room.
Hey, but they had the slowest moving homing gun ever. You shot it, it was like.
Yeah, right. You could have just been like, huh. That was an inconvenience, and then go pling and just kick it right off the friggin' building.
Yeah. So I heard today that they are making an Indiana Jones game. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, as long as they do it right.
Yeah.
So, not to get on a sore subject, but you see that like the FBI is warning everybody that they're planning insurrections for across the country.
Yes.
For the weekend, and everybody's like, "What? This is just fantastic."
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, I've heard other people say, like, "Well, we should show up to the Capitol," and like, I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Stay
let
away.
them, because listen, you don't want to be caught in the crossfire of these boneheads. Because look, like I told people are like, they're going to fight for freedom. I was like, dude, they start shooting. These idiots don't care. They don't see little R's and D's above your head. The bullet's not going to miss you because you're a Republican. I'm just like, I don't want to see anybody die over a lie. I mean, everybody who's died so far has died over a fucking lie. 5 people died at the Capitol over a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy,
it's fucking cold.
But people like that douchebag from Ohio, Jim Jordan. Of course, he's still, he's like, oh yeah, I acknowledge that Biden's the winner of the election, but I will not stop saying that there was problems with the election, even though we all know there's no problem with the election.
Well, okay, since you brought all this stuff up, it's like, okay, so whenever, today Trump went to Alamo, Texas, not the Alamo, Alamo, Texas, do you think he was himself was expecting to see the Alamo or going to the Alamo? He didn't know there was a difference?
I'm assuming yes, and he probably was looking for the basement.
Well, because wasn't he fucking, wasn't this supposed to be his last stand? What he was saying or whatever?
No. Whatever was on television at the time, which was probably Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, and he was like, he's literally flying down there because he's expecting to find a real shiny red bicycle in the basement. That's what the nice lady with the globe said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows, dude? All I know is that like I think it's funny how all this crazy shit happened, and all of a sudden these Republican senators and stuff that were people in power, they're all of a sudden like, we need unity. We need everybody to come together. I'm like, that's not what you were saying like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we should fight. We should do this. We should do that. We should, yeah. And these people took everything you said and were using as marching orders. And look what happened. And now they're all trying to back up. Well, not all of them. Of course, Ted Cruz. I don't know if there's naked pictures of Cruz somewhere. There's got to be. There's got to be a video of him having sex with a dog or a monkey or something, because why else would he be like, you know what? I'm going to die on this hill. This hill, Ted?
It's great just still keeping up with this subject. How there are all the people on that side, the loonies, are always like, snowflakes, fucking snowflakes. And then you got the fucking Q shaman in jail, won't eat because he can't get organic food in jail. For real.
Oh man, listen, my thing would be to anybody who was falling down the rabbit hole and who was thinking about joining the Q shaman and all that shit, pull back, man. Pull back, because dude, like, listen, they're just bullshit artists, and they're fucking lying to you. They're douchebags. They're assholes you really don't want to follow. You know what I mean? They're just leading you down this horseshit thing. And ultimately, they want something from you, and it's usually money.
Yeah.
Like, look, that dude, for that Senator Hawley or Horry or whatever the hell his name is, like, while the Capitol was being attacked, he was sending out tweets to his followers to make sure they donate to my campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, dude, seriously, man.
And it's like, it sucks because I know probably a majority of these people is all started for them because they just wanted to belong to something. They just wanted to feel a part of something. That's how all of this stuff always begins.
And I feel bad for them that they didn't have nothing to be, you know what I mean? No group to follow. I feel bad for them that maybe they didn't have a voice. Maybe they felt they didn't have a voice. Whatever. Regardless of whatever, I feel bad that that might be the problem, is that they just don't feel like anybody cares or anybody's listening or whatever. It's just like, dude, you have people that'll care. You have people that'll listen. It's like, don't think they're gonna, I mean, like, I don't know. They're getting information that's obviously wrong and crazy and shit, and and it's I don't know. Like, yeah, you kind of feel bad because, like, these people obviously are easily led or easily whatever. You know what I mean? They're easily persuaded, whatever, and they could be
Manipulated.
a commercial could do that, or whatever. But so, I don't think the solution is to go to war with these people. They were just misled because they were with us and among us years ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like these people just showed up. Like, they were always here. They were just being fed this horse shit. And instead of telling them that they're dumb and this and that, which I've done myself, like, I've done it many times, because you just get fed up with trying to explain facts, truth, and they're just like, nah, that you get pissed off and say something. But deep down, I'm like, I don't want to go to war with you people. I don't. I just want you to understand there's a difference between facts and fiction. There's a difference between truth and not truth. There is no sidebar. This is the truth is truth. You know, whether it's a Democrat who's fucking up or a Republican who's fucking up, you know. And if you
But
feel like they're not being called out enough on their horse shit, I agree. They should be. Both sides should be called out equally, you know, but not equally, but just when they're doing it wrong, when they're fucking up, that's when you call them out. It's not a Republican screwed up, so we have to call a Democrat out. No, no. It's when one group is acting like douchebags, then everybody has to come together and call that side out, regardless of what side. And we'll all be golden.
Is there any way to, like, say, bring these people back into normal society? And, you know, to, like, I don't know, man. Some of these people, most of these people are kind of too far gone, it would seem. Everybody can change, so they say. But, you know, it's like, is there any way that you're going to convince these people that, like, hey, this shit is wrong? Because these people don't see this as wrong. They see this as they're fighting the good fight.
Well, you're gonna have to do less, like a reverse brainwashing, you know, like, you know, just take it back in the opposite direction. It's not like, but you know, I saw a lot of people there on video that weren't running up those steps and were in fact pulling at people's coats and shirts, trying to pull them back and shit. So not everybody was down with what happened, you know, but they were supporting the cause. Those people are more likely to pull back. The ones that went in and were breaking windows and went all the way, you're never going to reach them. But the ones that were pulling back everybody else, the ones that were picking up cops when they got pushed down, the ones that weren't rushing the building, those are the ones that are more than likely that pull back, you know. But the ones that went up the thing, the ones that brought pipe bombs and stuff, they had a different, you know, those people were just nuts.
Now they had a different agenda.
A different agenda, you know, and obviously different mindset, because you light a pipe bomb, you don't know who's going to get hit. You're not taking any responsibility as far as that's obviously not responsible at all to, you know, anybody who sits there and knows how to make bombs and shit like that, you know, I think that shit should be pulled from libraries and Google and whatever else. I don't think people should know how to make bombs and this and that, because people are unstable.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the
mind, you know what I mean? You take all this horse shit away from people, and I think it goes away. If we eliminate fucking weapons off this planet, I think this all goes away.
Good luck. Because then we'd still pick up, like The Simpsons. Like The Simpsons said, they'd pick up a board with a fucking nail in it.
All right, you're right.
But yeah, back to Alamo, Texas fucking thing. It was like, man, when Trump being like, you know, no violence, but there's a lot of anger, but no violence. It's like, you can tell somebody was like, make sure you say no violence. And he made sure to fucking squeeze that in at every fucking turn, like every fucking second. But after saying something like, you know, oh, you're going to be in trouble because you banned me from Twitter, no violence, but something's going to happen, no violence.
Yeah, no violence, but, you know, like, look, this idiot needs to go. He needs to go as fast as possible, you know? I mean, taking him off, taking his voice away to all his crazy followers is one thing, you know? But that infuriated him, and I'm sure lit them up a little bit too, you know, because they're like, I can't hear my dear leader. Yeah, you know, they probably went nuts.
But what kind of fucking extremely weird I thought was Trump going off about losing his voice to, like, you know, get his voice out there. He's the president. He can have press conferences anytime he wants. He can release press statements that every news organization in the fucking world would pick up instantaneously. It's not like, you know, he could go and do that, whatever, do like a fucking speech and whatever else. He didn't lose his fucking voice. The got banned from Twitter.
Look, we both know that. We both know that Twitter hasn't been a federal tool used for life. I mean, it's not like, FDR was out there going, I must get my message out to Twitter. It's like, no. Only people like Trump introduced the Twitter thing. So all these Republicans, that are like all in with Trump, they think that that's the only way a president knows how to communicate. Well, wait till Biden gets in office and you have actual presidential conferences and news conferences, and like breaking news, the president comes on, you see him come on television, you're like, wow, I haven't seen that for a long time, because this president really knows how to communicate like this.
In all caps. In all caps.
Right. And it's of course the only time he steps out, because he hasn't been around for a little bit. The only time he steps out is, of course, he's right beside a giant jet engine, so he has to scream as loud as he can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just like, dude, I hope, just go away.
Yeah, all of them go away. But yeah, man, the banks don't want anything to do with them anymore. It's kind of fun to see.
Yeah, it's just like, so it's just like, what, Don Jr. Yeah. Congratulations. Keep going on your Instagram and saying crazy shit, idiot. And why are you slurring so much? Jesus Christ, you sound like you have something in the front of your teeth. You're like, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Too much cocaine, bro. And then you got Eric. I love Eric. He's like, love me, Dad. Seriously, that kid, like, I mean, look, you can go back and watch old interviews with Trump where he was like, I let her take care of the kids. I don't have much to do with them. He didn't. He never loved these fuckers. That's why they cling to him. That's why that's why Eric Trump literally is falling over like, Dad, I love you. I was like, because, and it's sad. I mean, somebody hug Eric. He was obviously denied a lot of those. But it was just I want them gone, man. I just want them all gone. I want the Princess family to disappear. I want everybody to yank money from them, yank everything from them. I want them on bread lines.
Yeah, I kind of want Melania to go back to. I thought that I can't remember what checklist of where she come from. It doesn't. But like, yeah, it's like I love her thing. She's like, oh yeah,
isn't she from Ukraine?
Yes, you're right. But like, yeah, it's like I'm sad that things happened, but the worst stuff that happened was people were saying bad things about me on the internet. That's what she said after the Capitol thing.
Look at Fox News. Fox News, if Barack Obama incited a riot that killed 5 people, especially a police officer, and I believe one more died, I'm not sure.
He killed himself. One cop killed himself.
Oh.
Dude, this is some shit you learn. We learn a new shit every fucking day. This is some crazy, interesting shit, dude. The FBI was like, hey, shit's going down on this day. And everybody's like, fucking National Guard's at the border of fucking Maryland, like, being like, can we please come in? And
no, they told him no.
Yeah.
And then, dude, this is what should irritate everybody, because it really boiled my bananas, dude. It was sitting there. What I know that's a weird one, but
yeah, he's leaving.
Labs, what are you doing?
Is it deadly silent upstairs? Is that why you're freaking out? You're like, oh shit, it's too fucking quiet.
No, she's up there playing with her Barbies, and she was like, and I was just making sure she's good. She's just, the Barbies are ninja attacking each other, I guess.
Do they at least have clothes on this time?
Huh?
I said, do they at least have clothes on this time? The Barbies?
Oh, no. No, they're naked. I don't know, whatever. But so I'm sure, dude, if you went into like Eric Trump's like, fucking attic or something, he probably has like naked Barbies everywhere. But so anyway, they were all in this white tent with a big television, and they're watching the riot on the Capitol, doing this. You know what I mean? And like all of a sudden, you see like that Guilfoyle, whatever the hell her name is, the one that's married to like cocaine head.
Yeah. The best is yet to come.
Yeah, but she comes in frame and she's like, yeah, this is what we want. And I'm like, this is what we want. Okay. And then and now it's like Fox News. Like I was saying, if Barack Obama had incited a riot on the Capitol building and a cop died and a couple other people died, trust me, Fox News would be like, I can't believe that the president of the United States incited a riot on the Capitol building and a police officer, a man in blue, the one that the right's supposed to care so much about, died at the hands of. And nobody mentioned, of course, the one cop that was pulled down the railing and beaten with an American flag by them good old Southern boys,
Yeah.
And like not a mention of the Confederate flag inside the Capitol building. But one thing they did mention a lot is that how many Twitter followers they lost. And how much Parler was getting picked on. You can't take our voices away. I'm like, oh yeah, they can, because they're a private company. They can do whatever they want.
You made it that way. But so, I was sitting there thinking, it's like, okay, obviously, from the shit that we spew, I totally believe in the fucking First Amendment and freedom of speech. But there should be a fucking limit on fucking just spewing bullshit. Like, bullshit, just straight up bullshit should not be a fucking loud. Yes, you might be free to say it, but it does nothing good to anybody.
Yeah, and don't pretend like it's fact. Don't say it like it's fact. Like Tucker Carlson, they're like, it's just his opinion. Well, he sure as shit doesn't say it like it's his opinion. He says it like it's fact.
They don't frame it like it's his opinion. They frame it like it's fact, even though it's an entertainment show.
Well, people aren't getting entertained. They're being gaslighted.
Yeah.
Because Tucker goes back to his comfy place, which is probably some mansion somewhere.
He doesn't go anywhere, dude. I'm pretty sure that dude has not filmed in a studio that's not in one of his private houses. He has fucking studios in all of his houses. So since all of this pandemic stuff started, I'm pretty sure that dude has filmed in his home studio since then.
Really?
I'm pretty fucking sure.
Well, that's even more fitting. He's probably not even wearing pants.
Yeah, like I have absolutely no proof of this or anything else, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, at least you're admitting to that.
I mean, really, would you? Like, if you could just sit there and fucking film your fucking bullshit you spew from home, which you're kind of doing now, but but could you, if you could just like do that from your home studio and not actually have to fucking drive into the city or whatever to go to your fucking studio, would you just sit there in your fucking drawers behind, a desk and sit there and just spew your hate and nonsense?
I guess, but I didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, and those motherfuckers are the ones saying about like, oh yeah, open up the economy, but we won't leave our fucking homes.
Well, I think they call that hypocrisy.
Yeah. And that is everywhere. Yeah.
Well, like I said, here's the 2022.
Well, let's hope there's a big swing in fucking 2021 and it changes at some point.
Chuck, at least
I don't like the trajectory we're on.
at least, I mean, hopefully, but they're saying it at least. Chuck Schumer and Nancy and them are saying that they're going to put the $2,000 payments are going to go through because Austin, how do you say his name? Austin. John Austin. But anyway, I think it's Austin. But him and Warnock are now in the Senate, and they're going to push it through because they campaigned on it. You kind of have to now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, most people are down for that, so yeah, let's hope it happens.
But if it does happen, that'll be at least people. Maybe that'll not take the edge off, but at least people will be like, okay, we got something a little more than $600 this time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not a lot, but I mean, it is something.
That's the thing with me. You want to take the temperature down in this country? Give people fucking money. Give them their money that they pay taxes in every single year. And guess what? You guys spend billions of dollars on defense all the time. They spend billions of dollars, but they can't protect the Capitol.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, yeah, they spend all this money on like Homeland Security and all this other stuff, but they can't protect the capital of the United States.
So how about maybe spend some of that money on the good folks of the country?
Or like I said, or maybe this was supposed to happen. Maybe there were, certain insider people that were down with this happening.
Oh, I'm sure there were. But I'm going to get going now, dude. I'm going to go play with
Naked Barbies.
I'll let her say hi to you because if I don't, she'll freak out.
Hi, Jack.
Hello. You want to say hi now? You didn't want to the other morning.
Yeah.
I know. I forgot.
It was too early.
Oh, with that face.
Hey, Chuck.
See,
Here, Chuck.
What?
Guess what?
What?
Sarah at Nana's house does not like this face.
Funny.
All right, dude. Well, I'll talk to you later. I'll see everybody later.
Wait, Chuck.
What?
Wouldn't that be crazy if I sound like this?
That is what you sound like.
Yeah.
That's all I hear.
Like a crazy monkey. All right, dude. I'll see you later.
I see you.